such a very calm and peaceful environment for a very rage-induced rant. So I guess this isn't really a true rant, not one of the things that you would see on Twitch or TikTok where someone's yelling at legit nothing. But just of a sort of an explanation, because there are so many different video games out there that I've already played before I decided to start recording it for YouTube. That being said, with all those games I've played, there's just a couple that I will never record, for good reason. For decent reasons. I guess I'll start with maybe the dumber reasons why I would never play these games again. So some of my favorite games that I've played are the games made by Playdead, such as Limbo and Inside, which is, I guess, a prequel to Limbo, but I'm not 100% sure. The reason why is because I have played those games to death. Limbo and Inside I have played so many times that the shock factor is gone. It's just gone, right? Limbo isn't specifically a horror game. It is a scarier type of game, but it is definitely a creepy, very, very disturbing game that is more enjoyable when you play it through the first time. I just played it through a couple times because I enjoyed it that much. I love the art style, I love the environment. It's a very enjoyable game. That being said, well, it's yeah, I played it to death. The same goes for Inside. I loved Limbo and I was like, okay, is there another game? Is there another game created by Playdead? And there wasn't. So I had to sit for, I cannot remember when they came out with Inside. I want to say like 3 years later, maybe 4, or maybe less, I don't know. I waited a long time, it felt like forever. Playdead released Inside, which is very much a similar style. Maybe the art is different, and, well, the environment is also different, but it's similar. It's very similar. And once again, a very interesting playthrough the first time. Of course, I played it like, what, 50 times? But because I played it that many times, I've memorized everything. I memorized all the puzzles, I've memorized all the like the creepy moments, the like jump scares in it. There aren't really jump scares, but just moments that catch you off guard. I just memorized everything. So if I played it, it really wouldn't be a fun playthrough to put on YouTube. That being said, there are games out there that if you've played before, you can play them again. For example, Sea of Thieves, Skyrim. I am so strongly considering playing Skyrim, but we'll get to that later. Those are the type of games where, yeah, there's multiple things that you do over and over again, and it's like the same thing, but it's different each time because it's an open world game that is just so much that you can do, and it's a different new experience depending on how you play it. Other games that I've played that's like for this reason where I just have it memorized is also Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2. Fantastic games, very fantastic games with the whole, Little Nightmares I describe as not a like, oh no, jump scare, I'm heart attack, I'm dead. It's more of a, oh, that's disturbing, oh, that makes me crawl, oh, that makes my skin crawl. It's more of a disgusting, creepy type of feeling. That's more for Little Nightmares 1. Little Nightmares 2, I'm still not sure of, but they're both perfect. I haven't played through those ones as much. I could see myself playing those again in the future, but yeah, maybe not. So the next type of games that I would never play through is, well, I will never play a demo. I will never play game demos. Like, free game demo. Experience the game that is not yet to be completed. It's like, okay, no, sure, that's fine. No, I will not do that. I will never do that. I will never do that. Because when you play a game demo, it is not an unfinished game. It could be an unfinished game, so it could be completely different from the actual game that's gonna come out, as well as demos end on such a high note for certain games that's like, oh yes, oh man, what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen? It's like, oh, thank you for playing the demo. And I'm like, no, tell me how it ends. It's like, no, screw you. I don't like playing game demos because I want to know what's gonna happen, what is going to what is going on in this story. And it's like, well, you'll just have to wait the next 3 months to play it. I was actually going to play a video game demo for the first time in forever, and I was looking forward to it. An SCP game, SCP Secret Files, something like that. But the demo was only available for 1 day. Way to just completely throw me for the loop. I'm like, oh no, that's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to play it or anything. I'm not excited for it. No, that's fine. I'll just wait till October to play it. Another type of games that I won't play that lines up with this category is the fact that the games that are not completed. Even I know it's huge. I know it is a big game right now. I will not play Poppy Playtime. I think that's how it is. I will not play Poppy Playtime. You wanna know why? Because there's only 2 chapters. And how many more chapters are there? I don't know actually. I wanna say like 4, but it's not completed. So I'm gonna play the first 2 chapters and then I'm gonna have to wait another year for the next chapter to release. No thank you. I was actually a little bit concerned when I started playing Bending the Ink Machine, because when I first saw it, there was only like 5 chapters. 5. There was only 5 chapters, and there's supposed to be 6. So that's even worse, in my opinion. If I play the game when I first saw it, I was gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna play it, and then the final epic showdown isn't available. So I'm gonna have to come back in another couple of months to play it. I don't like playing games that's incomplete. It just feels it just feels it just leaves me hanging. It just leaves me in a state of it's like doing a Jack in the Box, you know, and but then you don't ever actually pop it, and it's just there, and the person takes away Jack in the Box and throws it out the window like, no, you will not got that satisfaction. It just leaves me feeling very anxious for the actual completed game. So, but that's fine. I will never play demos. I will never play uncompleted games. I will play Poppy Playtime when it is actually done. Thank you very much. This is more a personal opinion. There are certain games out there that you can only, in my opinion, that you can only play through once, and then you can never play through it again. There's a lot of movies like that too. For example, I saw Endgame, and I saw the other, Rogue One. I will never watch those movies again. That is a one-watch movie thing, and then no more, because it's so sad and it's so epic. Marvel, you have peaked, and I have not seen any of your most recent movies, so I will get to it, see if you guys are still peaking, for multiple reasons. And there's a certain viewings of that as well, for multiple reasons. This is how I see it. When you make a fantastic video game, and hopefully I will have a fantastic video game right here, when you make such a fantastic video game, it is awesome, it's amazing, it is spectacular, there's nothing like it. That's it. You've screwed yourself, my friends. And this is why. When you make such a fantastic, amazing video game, and then you make like a sequel, or prequel, or whatever, you're never gonna reach that level of amazingness. You're never gonna top that again. You can try, and if you succeed, good job, good on you, brownie points. No. You make such a fantastic video game, It hits you, it's good, you're never gonna you're never gonna reach that type of level of awesomeness again. And I know you guys are waiting for the example that I'm going to give you. It's like, what game was so awesome that you'll never play it again? No, it wasn't a game that was so awesome. It was a game that was so awful. Not awful like, oh, it's terrible. It's like the gameplay was awful, the story was awful. No, awful as in it made me sob. It made me cry. Brothers, a Tale of Two Sons. What a awesome game. When I first started playing it, I was like, this is an awesome concept. It was like you have these two sons that you played as, and using the controller, one joystick could control one son and the other joystick would control the other son. And you would have to, like, split your brain in half to try to maneuver them through different puzzles and get them to work together to go through. Without spoiling it too much for those who are interested in it, it's sad. It is just a tale of depression. That is the only way I can describe it. So the first opening scene is you watch the son's mother drown in the ocean. Fantastic. Cool. What? And the younger son, there's an older and a younger brother. The younger brother is now completely mortified by water. Like, it's a part of the gameplay mechanic that he cannot go through water without the help of his older son. The older brother would have to help the younger brother through all of the different obstacles that require, like, height or swimming or whatever. It's a solid game. The gameplay is solid. But man, does it hit you in the feels. Like, holy crap. So the reason why the brothers are going out on an adventure is because their father is dying. He's dying because he's sick, and they actually have a doctor come and check him out. Doctor's like, sorry, can't do anything. But I do know of this magical tree that you will have to venture near and far to look for. And the tree has a certain, I can't remember if it's a leaf or a mushroom, a certain type of herb that if you get it, it will heal your father of all his ailments. Pretty straightforward, right? What a miserable journey it is. So, spoilers, I will give you 10 seconds. You can skip to the next part of the video if you don't want spoilers for this game. Alright, ready? You sure? Are you absolutely sure? Alright, here we go. So, you go on this journey. You watch people getting eaten, people getting killed. You have like this weird nightmare dream sequence where the older brother almost murders the younger brother. You see people commit suicide, hang themselves. You see giant monsters, and you know what? You know what else happens? You meet so many other like weird monsters and characters. You see the brothers bond. You see them bond. It's so heartwarming and touching. And you're like, oh, I would never imagine what would happen if one of the older brother died. What the crap? Towards the end of the game, the older brother doesn't go peacefully, like, oh, he's like, there's a cliff and he pulls the younger brother to safety while he falls to his death and you never see him again. No! He just straight up gets stabbed through the gut by a giant spider. What? It is awful. And then one of the last half things you do, and the tree is right there. The tree is right there, and he gets stabbed and dies. What? And then what you do after that, after you watch the younger brother sob for 10 minutes, you then control the younger brother as he painfully drags the older brother into a newly fresh grave by the roots of the tree, and just bury him. And you're doing this. You're controlling the little brother to bury the older brother. Wow. It's wow. And yeah, sure, the younger brother goes back by himself to his father, and he does save him. Good, sure, great. And then the last scene is them sitting on top of a hill with the two graves, the grave of their mother and the grave of the older brother. And the father just collapses and starts crying, while the younger brother just stands there and just looks on. Ugh! I will never play that game again. You have to pay me a lot to play that game again. It is awful. There are games like that it just hits you in the feels so much. And it's just like, yeah, no. Never again. No, thank you. I'm done. Bye. No, goodbye. I'm done. See ya. Bye. Yeah, I already said that I liked Limbo. And it's probably one of my most favorite games. It's not too scary. It leaves you confused. It has decent gameplay. I like it. So I started, and I already came to the grips with I would never play Limbo again. So I started looking for other games that are similar to Limbo, and I found a lot like the side-scrolling, kind of creepy-esque type of deals. I found a lot, and I was intrigued. And then this game showed up, White Shadows, and I was like, oh, this looks amazing. It's a similar art style as Limbo. You have like that type of like, not very many colors. It's just black and white. It's very awesome. Yeah. Gameplay-wise, it was pretty cool. Very similar to Limbo. Environment-wise, yeah. So I actually did start recording these games. I was going to post these games, and I can't remember if I did post these games or not. But holy crap. Yeah. I could not. I was not ready to deal with this. This game was very controversial in the sense that yeah. So you played as a crow girl or a raven girl. I can't remember. She was either a raven or a crow. Either or. Kind of the same thing. I'm sorry, bird people. They're kind of the same thing. Fight me. Anyways, anthropomorphic picture Zootopia, kind of like that. I'll put a picture up. That's what she looked like. You played as this crow girl, and you would go through this city. It's very dark, gloomy city, run by pigs. And you would see certain like posters and signs, and yeah. So like some of the signs were like a picture of a crow being squashed by a hammer, and it said they deserve it. And then another sign that say all animals are equal except birds. And it's like, what? Excuse me, what? And there's a lot of different things like that. You saw pictures of like, oh, stay away from the darkness, and like a picture of a bird and a pig running away. And there was a lot of racism. Yeah, it was not good. I was playing it, and I saw that, and I was like, what? And I saw another sign, I was like, what? And then it kept getting worse, and I'm like, excuse me? Spoilers again, you actually end up in like a factory, right? They kidnapped all the female crows and forced them to lay eggs. And when the eggs hatched, they would take the hatchlings and grind them up and turn them into batteries to ward off the darkness and to brighten up the city. And I was like, excuse me, this is what? It did end up having a nice moral to the story. There was a nice little moral. You like and lead a revolution. It's solid. It was a solid moral. It's just that I wasn't ready to deal with that, right? I was not ready to deal with such a controversial type of video game. This was one of the first video games that I was going to play and record myself playing, and I was looking forward to playing it. And then I saw the topics. I cannot handle that type of topic, right? Because it's very touchy, especially nowadays. I am a security guard. I deal with that a lot, right? I deal with that a lot, and it's a very touchy area. It's a very touchy subject. If I had time, I could prepare like an actual, like, you know, professional speech to it. But yeah, it's just one of those things it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not ready to prepare. I'm not ready to talk about that type of topic on YouTube. We already know YouTube has these different interesting laws and protocols and guidelines, and heaven forbid you get any of them screwed up and you get your channel banned and blah, there you go, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone, never to be seen again. All the videos that you did, just gone. I wasn't ready to deal with that, and I don't think I will do that. I will stay away from stuff like that. However, if you guys would want me to play it, let me know, and I will man up and I will try to do that. But until then, I will not bring myself to play that game, only because of the topics, the controversial topics. I would not be able to handle that. There are a lot of games like that. White Shadows is the first that came to mind, and there's another one. It's like a zombie type of game. I can't remember the name of it. If I find it, I will put it right here. But basically, you are a zombie who was basically given their consciousness back. You're still a zombie. You are. It was like you're green. You're green. I think it was like greens. They called it green skin or something like that. But very much a similar type of deal, where a lot of racism towards the purified zombies who are cured of the illness but are still like undead almost. It was like that similar type of concept of, oh, the humans are segregating these zombies and whatnot. Like, oh, the zombies can't be, the greenskins can't be where the humans are. The zombies can't be where the humans are. It's like, that is a tough topic. It's like, holy cow, what the crap? I mean, I'm sure if I played through the game, it may have gone things better, but I would not blame them if they turned it into the zombies were separated from the humans for the rest of their lives and blah blah blah, and nothing actually changed. Because as much as I would hope that things would get better, you will always have that one person, right? You will always have that one person with the old time views, miscue views, personal beliefs. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying. You will have that one person, and it's like, it's sad, but that's kind of who they are. But I won't play that game because I'm not ready to tackle those tough topics. And I appreciate a lot of those people who are speaking out against everything, right? Speaking out for their rights. It's tough. It really is. And I'm gonna shut up now before I say something that's gonna get me banned. Well, thanks everyone for joining me for this little rant of the games that I never will play. Hopefully I didn't make a fool of myself too much. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my vacation. If you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I am Rick Quasar, and I hope to see you guys in whatever I have planned next for gaming. Need I say more? Everybody, have a good night.